My name is Miranda Stupka, and I was born into a Polish household. The majority of meals cooked in my house were Polish, including the ones on holidays. My great-grandmother, who we called Bushi, a Polish word for grandmother, taught everyone how to cook her Polish recipes passed down from generations ago. I remember going over her house and sitting in the kitchen with her and my mother for countless hours cooking. She would tell us stories of her past life and about her parents who were right off the boat from Poland. She taught us how to polka, a Polish dance, and we went to local polkas to eat, dance, and meet other Polish people. Being around my great-grandma both positively and negatively affected my literacy. She expanded my knowledge on my Polish heritage and taught me things I can carry on to teach others. Yet, while hanging around my grandmother, she often spoke both Polish and English, sometimes not even realizing she was doing it. Even though I learned some Polish along the way, it also got me very mixed up with English when I was young. This, along with my ADHD, did not mix well. I had to try a lot harder in school and free time with her to distinguish between the two, since my mind could never focus for too long. The recommendations and medicine I received from my doctors and teachers also helped me exceed the expectations I had for myself in school. My mother also spent countless hours with me on my readings, and so did my aunt, who watched my brother and I. She actually gave us assigned reading times in order to calm us down. I hated it as a kid, but looking back, it helped me tremendously. My mom, working with me, helped me with my literacy but hurt me a little in some aspects. Much of my personality comes from my mother. One trait is how she tells people how it is, and I often do the same. This is beneficial in some aspects of life, although not so much in writing. Often, when writing something persuasive, I can voice my own opinion too much, or when writing a descriptive essay, I get marks that say, "expand on this," because I often like to keep things straight to the point. Like my mother, something she learned from my grandmother. Other stories my grandmother told us involved her husband, who had served as a Marine in World War II, which, along with the readings I had throughout high school, sparked my interest in the ROTC program here at Ohio University. Having my grandmother talk to me about my grandfather's experiences all the time, being in a multitude of sports in high school, and having endless support from my family, I became accustomed to the busy lifestyle of an ROTC cadet, smoothly and quickly. My grandmother's stories helped with the understanding of language used within the program. The multitude of sports I was involved in helped with the hectic life ROTC can give you and the physical aspect of the program. The support I had from everyone helped when I began to doubt myself here. Being an ROTC cadet at the university, we have higher expectations, and our cadre set higher standards where we get penalized in the program if we don't keep our grades up and our slates clean. This helped me because my longing to make it in the program forced me to do well and try harder, especially not being on Adderall anymore. In the end, everything I do and say reflects my heritage, and I connect the way I act, write, speak, and everything to the Polish atmosphere I was born into due to my grandmother. She has had a bigger impact on my literacy and character in general than I've ever realized. Without her, my mom, the sports I was involved in, ROTC, and the other people in my life, I wouldn't even be able to do this right now. What I was born into became my primary discourse, according to Guy. Via Nueva emphasizes on the importance of your history. That discourse, and my other history, helped me succeed at what I do now. She also expands on a term called code switch, which is the ability to change language and tone for different audiences, something I became very good at with my grandmother speaking Polish, friends speaking English, talking in sports with that lingo, and talking to my superiors a certain way in the Army. Everything really is connected in the circle of life.